Hello and welcome back to another Clean With Me. I hope you guys are excited for today's Clean With Me. We're going to do things a little bit different. We're going to do some cleaning here in the beginning, and then we're going to do some undecorating, and then we're going to do some decorating. We are going to take down our fall decorations and start putting up those Christmas decorations. So if you are excited for some motivation to get those Christmas decorations put up and get some cleaning done, pull out those to-do lists and let's get started. So how are you guys doing? I hope everyone is doing great and feeling good about the season that we're heading into. We here in Central Ohio have had good weather. It's been unseasonably warm. We had some bouts of rain over the last few weeks, but this week, the week before Thanksgiving, it's finally going to get cold and we are due for our very first snow. So I am getting pretty pumped and I am in the holiday spirit. I am ready to decorate. Today when I got Naomi off the bus, I got her backpack, and in her backpack was the list for the 12 days of Christmas. I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. It's time for that already. In fact, the first day of the 12 days of Christmas starts the last day before Thanksgiving break. So next Tuesday. So I'm like, oh no, I have to hurry up and get all of my things in order for the 12 days of Christmas. Oh my goodness. But I always forget to introduce myself in these videos, so I am going to take a moment and do that. Hello, welcome if you are new here. My name is Lindsay. I am a 29-year-old stay-at-home mom. I have 3 kids. I have Naomi, who's just turned 4. I have Ella, who's 2 and will be 3 very soon. And then I have Luke, who's almost 10 months and will be obviously turning 1 after the first of the year, so I am super excited for that. I stay home full time and I do content creation, and I am so excited that you are here. And if you are looking for a regular schmegular house and some regular schmegular mom content, then you have found the right place. So go right on ahead and hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my uploads. We are ramping up for Christmas, guys. We are headed into December, and as most of you know, if you've been here before and have been with me for a while, we do Vlogmas every December, so we are shifting our focus towards preparations for Vlogmas. We will post a video every day from the 1st of December until the 24th, and then I usually post a bonus video on actual Christmas, something short, a clean with me or whatever that you can throw on while you're picking up after opening presents on Christmas Day, but nothing too involved. But I am getting so excited. I have a lot of stuff going on this holiday season, and I am ready to go all out with the Christmas decor and enjoy a Christmas where I'm not pregnant, I don't have an infant, and I am, moving forward. The only thing I don't have is I don't have all 3 kids sleeping through the night. Next year maybe, but we're working on it. It's a work in progress. But so I was just picking up my kitchen to get started. I knew my plan was to decorate for Christmas the next morning. So tonight, the night that I started cleaning and doing this kitchen cleanup, I knew the next morning my plan was to bring in a bunch of the Christmas totes and start working. That doesn't actually happen because kids. So what I ended up doing was taking down the fall decor, and then the next day I ended up actually starting to decorate for Christmas and bringing in some of the Christmas decorations. But anyways, progress slowly but surely, and with kids you just got to be on your toes and ready for some flexibility and ready for whatever's going to come your way. When somebody's sleeping, and later on in the video you'll see Luke is asleep on the floor, and I'm like, this is my moment, this is my time, I have to get some stuff done if I want to get it done today. So I actually end up decorating. I undecorate on one day and I decorate over 2 days. So that's what's going on here in this video. But yeah, I am super duper excited for Christmas this year. I cannot wait. I'm ready to see Luke's reaction to opening gifts for the first time. The girls love to open presents, so I know it's going to be fun. And then through this holiday season, it's the first holiday season that my parents have retired and are officially back in the States, and they will be with us this Christmas. And my dad told my mom that he wants to start making some new traditions. So he said, whatever you want to do this year, since we're back now, we need to start making our own traditions. So it sounds like they're going to be with us Christmas Eve and stay the night and be here Christmas morning to do gifts with the kids. We are very fortunate right now. My kids are the first grandkids for both families, for Kevin's family and for my family, because we're both the eldest. So, my mom is like very, very dead set on being here when those grandkids wake up and open presents and being a part of Luke's first Christmas. So that's exciting, and I can't wait. However, before we get to Christmas, we have Thanksgiving coming up. So we usually have 2 family Thanksgivings that we go to. We do odds and evens with my parents. So we'll go to my mom's side of the family on even years and go to my dad's side of the family on odd years. So this is an even year in 2024. So we're going to go to my mom's side of the family on actual Thanksgiving Day, because my parents' families have their Thanksgivings on Thanksgiving Day at the exact same time. It's always lunchtime. It's always like 1 o'clock. So there's no way we could go to both. They're usually about an hour apart, because all of my extended family lives in the same area within like an hour span of each other. So they're all close together, but not close enough that we're going to 2 Thanksgivings on the same day, especially now that we have kids. No way would the kids make it through 2 Thanksgivings. They barely make it through 1. So anyways, we're going to my mom's side of the family this year, and it's going to be at my aunt's house. So we're going to be doing that. And usually the first day of Vlogmas is Thanksgiving weekend. I film Thanksgiving Day. The food that we make, the prepping, the parade watching, all of that stuff. And this year we're excited for the parade because Bluey is back in the parade, y'all. But this year Bluey doesn't have the balloon. I think last year she had the balloon where she was like playing keepy uppy. If you watch Bluey, then you know what that means. But this year I think it's going to be Bluey and Bingo, and they're dressing like the grannies. I don't know. If you watch Bluey, you understand what all that means. If you don't, I'm sorry. You should watch Bluey, even if you don't have kids. Bluey's awesome. Bluey makes me cry sometimes. Those episodes are intense. They're short too. They're like 8 minutes. So you can like fly through a season in like a day. Trust me, I know. We watch the seasons all the time. And there's only 3 of them, so it takes a couple days, but still. So we'll film Thanksgiving, and then later on over Thanksgiving weekend, we have some fun plans. I'm super excited. My sister got a new job at a radio station. She worked at a radio station before, but now she works for a different one, and she's a morning host, so she gets done working around 2 p.m. So we're going Black Friday shopping after 2 p.m. when she gets done working. We're gonna meet up down around where she lives, kind of on the way in between my house and her house, and my brother's wife, because my brother got married this year. They live around this like outlet mall, so we're going to meet up at the outlet mall and go shopping. So that's going to be fun. And then Saturday is the Ohio State-Michigan game, so everyone's coming over for us to watch the Ohio State-Michigan game. I'm really hoping that it's a good game. Last year was a bit disappointing, but Michigan looks like absolute trash this year. Sorry if you're from Michigan. Not really sorry. But so I'm looking forward to that. And then Sunday, we usually do Kevin's family's Thanksgiving on Sunday because that's when everyone can get off work for sure. His sister is a manager at Hobby Lobby, so sometimes she has to work on Black Friday, and she definitely has to work on Saturday. And then, it just usually works out best for us to all get together on Sunday. So we will be doing that. And I am excited. I am super excited. We have our 3 kids, and it's Luke's first everything. He has a first Thanksgiving outfit and a first Christmas outfit. I got all of those things together. So I feel like I'm on the ball a little bit with that. I even got his stocking. So I found a stocking that matches the ones that we have. Now, the only thing you don't see me do is put stockings up in this video, because I'm actually having Kevin make me something. If you were here last year, I hung the stockings up under my truck painting with command strips. Well, this year we're putting them up with like an actual board with hooks that is like made for the stockings. So the purpose of this board is going to be for the stockings. So yeah, if you guys did not know and had not caught last week's video, Kevin redid this dresser that we found on the side of the road for us to put under the TV to use as kind of like a sideboard storage situation. So I got a table runner to put over it for Christmas, so it's like kind of on theme. And then I'm just going to put a couple things on here. So I'm going to put, and I do that later after I find the things that I was planning to put on there. But I already had that, so I went ahead and cleaned off the top of it and laid it out. And then this is me taking all the spring decor out of the fall tote that I was too lazy to put in the spring tote in the first place. I do put the things back in the spring tote, but I just didn't film it. I brought the spring tote back in to do that. But this is just me just taking down all my fall decor. These are my decor shelves that I focus on when I'm decorating the most. Kevin put these up for me. We'd probably been in our house about a year when we probably put them up, but I had them up last year for last Christmas, and I put my Christmas village on them, which is my absolute favorite piece of Christmas decor that I have. I would say pieces because there's multiple pieces, but I am the most proud of my Christmas village, and I made a lot of changes to the Christmas village this year. I didn't plug it in last year because they're all older, and each one of them has like a cord to plug in, and some of the light bulbs were burnt out and stuff. So this year I replaced all the lights in all of the houses with battery operated remote controlled lights from Amazon. And let me tell you, the way that this Christmas village looks is just absolutely amazing. I love the way it turned out. It's so stunning. I was so excited. But also, I'm like really super duper embarrassed. Look at how much dust was on these shelves. I was like, gross, that is terrible. I can't tell you the last time I dusted. I don't even think I dusted when I put the fall decor up, which is like just super embarrassing. Rookie move. You have to dust before you put up your fall decor, obviously. But anyways, I bought some cheap looking snow sheets, so I actually have to cut them myself, and I do a terrible job at cutting them. Don't worry, this was $1.99 for this package of snow, and I was telling my mom after I put it up, like, I think I want to like invest in some more fluffier looking snow. Maybe at the end of the season I'll see if I can get some on clearance or just make it part of my decor budget. I might even look at some yard sales, but hopefully I'll be able to improve the snow situation for next year. So it's really funny. When I was a little girl, I remember my aunt, one of my mom's sisters, had this like humongous Christmas village display with like a train that went around the whole town, a Ferris wheel, like a snow ski lift, like all of this like extravagant stuff, and like people that moved, and stores, like little stores that the displays and the windows turned, and like all this crazy stuff. And I always thought it was the most beautiful Christmas ever. I thought, this is gorgeous, this is pretty, I love it. And then we moved to Zambia, and I really didn't get to see anything quite like that. So it was very nostalgic for me. So when I came back to the States, I remember telling Kevin when we were dating that I wanted to do a Christmas village eventually when I got my own house and all of that. So when he was working, I think it was it was probably before graduation. He found this Coca-Cola lighthouse Christmas village house. And he gave it to me. I think it was for my birthday one year, and I cried. I was so excited. So that was the first piece of my Christmas village that I ever got. And you'll see me unboxing it right here. And it's my absolute favorite piece. So I was just switching out the light really quick for my new light. And also I was like, oh, I think I kind of want to raise this one up because it is my pride and joy next to my blue church that my mom got me for my birthday a couple years ago. But yeah, so I was like, okay, I really want to put that as like the pinnacle of the thing. And then I thought to myself, after he gave me that house, okay, now I want to start collecting. So this other Coke one that I had is actually my mom's, and it's like a shop. It's like the Emporium or whatever. And probably when she gets her house after next year or whatever, she'll probably want it back to put up her own Christmas village. But I am using it for right now. So what I've done is I've just kind of let people know, like, hey, I am trying to collect a Christmas village. I'm trying to put all of these things together and have a Christmas village. And I find things at yard sales. People buy them for me as gifts for my birthday and stuff like that. Mother's Day. And that's been my best way to do this, because to try to go out and buy brand new, like everything brand new from the store, first of all, it doesn't look as good because they've changed the way they make a lot of these things. And second, it's just super duper expensive because like one house is like $20 if you buy like a big house like this one that's right here in the front. And then like the smaller things can be anywhere from $5 to $15, just depends. And then you can get some like small, like little things like the little benches and the light posts and stuff like that for like $1 or $2, like 99 cents for one or something like that. But it just depends. So it's super expensive. So thrift stores and resale shops and yard sales have been the best way that I acquire my own pieces, and then I've been gifted a lot of things. So definitely something that I've been working on. So those little trees that you see right there in the front, those are the toppers from candles from last year that I kept, and I am using them as trees. And I want to get, my big goal for next year is to get some more filler. See, I definitely need better snow, but to get some more filler, like some more trees, I want to get an ice skating rink, maybe some like fencing to put up and stuff like that. Like there's lots of cool stuff that people have for these villages that I really, really want, because I really want to make it like super immersive. I think it'll be so fun. I don't need anything extravagant like Ferris wheels or ski lifts, but I definitely just want it to look more like a live village. Yeah. Anyways, so here I am switching out my mugs. All of my Christmas mugs needed washed, so I didn't put any of my Christmas mugs out. I was just taking away some of the ones to make space. And here I am turning on all my Christmas village. One thing I do really like about these candles I got from Amazon, and I will link them down below in the description, is that the remote has a slow flicker option, a fast flicker option, and it also has timers. So I can set it for 4 hours, 6 hours, I think it's 8 hours and 12 hours. So you can do that and it'll automatically turn off, which I think is super great. So when I turn them on, I've been putting them on for 6 hours, and each one of the candles just takes a single AA battery. So it's pretty nice, and I bought a 10-pack. And the candles are actually meant, like they have little things on the bottom of them. They're actually meant like if you wanted to put them on your tree and make it look like you had candles on your tree. I guess back in the old days before there was electricity, they used to put straight up candles on their trees and start fires in their house. That's the only thing I can think of. But yeah, so you could, that's originally what the candles were intended for, but I wanted something that was small enough that I'd be able to put in these houses and just use it kind of as a way to help me decorate and not have a bunch of wires. Because of where those shelves are, there's an outlet in the corner right next to those shelves, but I don't want a bunch of wires hanging around that you can see. I think that's tacky, and I don't like the way that looks. So the battery operated is the way to go. It'd be different if I had a bay window like my aunt used to have. I think that'd be a lot different. But anyways, we decided that we're going to be getting rid of our coffee table. So this is me cleaning it off so that we can take it out. It just too many people falling off of it, climbing onto it, hitting their heads and whatever. And I think I've mentioned this before, but we have a little table with a table and chairs for the kids that they never use because of where it is. This is me contemplating my life and why my children have a second toy box underneath this coffee table, which is another reason why we want the coffee table gone. Stuff just gets lost under it. It hoards junk and crumbs, and there's Mr. Buddy taking his floor nap. So I just pulled it out into the dining room, and then when Kevin was getting ready to go to work later this afternoon, we loaded it up into his truck and he dropped it off. I think at the thrift store. So here I am just sorting out the pile under there because a lot of it was trash, actually. I was like, that lotion bottle was empty. It's an empty 7-Up bottle. I'm like, where'd all this trash come from? So, yeah. So anyways, getting rid of the coffee table, I think it's going to be great. The first afternoon of having the table gone, Luke stood at the table because it was smaller, like shorter than the coffee table, so he could actually stand at it, and he ate a snack and watched TV for a little bit, and it was just like, oh my goodness, this is going to be perfect. I needed to vacuum, so he needed to go lay in his crib and not on the floor. So I was just taking him to go put him down in his crib. But the plan that I had for in here, since the coffee table was gone, is I was going to vacuum really quick, and then I was going to do a slow vacuum. And I've talked about a slow vacuum before. This Crazy Life here on YouTube, go check her out if you have not heard of her or don't watch her videos. She has lots of great tips for how to like clean your house and be the most efficient with your time and stuff like that. And she talks about the art of the slow vacuum. She talks about going over your room, doing your fast vacuum, which is what I'm doing right now, where you get the big, obvious pieces and the junk up and out. And then she talks about, after you do that, take your canister, go empty the canister, and then with an empty canister, you want to slow vacuum. And it's pretty self-explanatory. It's exactly what it sounds like. Basically, you just go over your room super slow. You just take a pass. I push forward pretty quickly, but when you're pulling back the vacuum, that's when it does most of its cleaning. You can see me right here just getting started. You want to go really, really slow and try to give your vacuum plenty of time on each section of your carpet to pull up as much stuff as it possibly can. And I will show you a shot of the canister at the end after I do just this little square in the living room of how much dirt and dust and gross that I was able to pull out of the carpet with just one pass of a slow vacuum. She actually says that you should do like multiple passes in every direction. So you should go from left to right, from top to bottom, and do a slow vacuum in all those directions. But because of the way my room is laid out with my furniture, it's just really not possible. So I just did this way from right to left, and then I do a little bit of a top to bottom on a high traffic pathway from the dining room through into the office area, and right in front of that kitchen door I did go a couple different directions and right there in that traffic way because it's easier to vacuum that way. But yeah, so anyways, I knew I wanted to do that because I'm intending for this area to be more set up for the kids to play. We always put the Christmas tree right in front of that window straight back in the playroom. So it kind of eats up a lot of their play space over there. So I thought, well, if we get rid of the coffee table and there's more room for them to play and have their toys on this side of the couch, then I think that will be much better and facilitate a happier Christmas season for everyone. And then just moving forward in the future, after we take the tree down, we will keep the table and chairs over here with the intention of like having a spot to do crafts, having a spot to sit and enjoy a snack or lunch, and hopefully because right before I took down the coffee table, Ella was taking these chairs that you see on the couch right now and sitting at the coffee table. Like that's what she was doing. She was wanting to sit. So Naomi doesn't really do that. I think it's got a lot to do with the muscles in her legs. Like she just wants to be on the move constantly. But Ella wanted a place to sit. So I was like, well, I think the best move is going to be to bring that chair and table over here and set it up with the intention of a spot to sit and play, a spot to sit and eat and whatever. As you can see right here, she's sitting on the couch. She's sitting on the center console of the couch. I don't know why. It's like, okay. And then every time she would drop those ornaments, she would get really mad because she's scared of the vacuum. So she didn't want to get down and get them herself. But here you can see the canister. I emptied it. So that was just from that one pass of the slow vacuum. So much dirt and dust. And yeah, Ella's like, awesome. Look at these lines. So, and then I'm just going to set everything up over here. And I was really happy with the way it turned out. And then with the tree and everything in the background, oh my goodness, it looks really good. But I didn't move the camera for this. I probably should have, but I was just doing a once over where that stuff was in the playroom and where the tree is going to go. And honestly, I should have done a once over after I put the tree up because there was needles everywhere. But, whatever. I'll get to that eventually. That's a next week thing or a tomorrow problem. I was trying to hurry up and put the tree up and get everything done before Naomi got off the bus because I'm actually doing this part. Kevin's leaving for work. Luke's asleep on the floor again on the other side of the couch. Ella was taking a nap in her room. And I had 30 minutes before the bus was going to show up. So I'm like, all right, here we go. I have got to get this tree put up. And last year, I think we took the basketball hoop out and we put it out in the laundry room area. And I'm probably going to move it out and do the same thing again, but I'm not 100% sure. And I have to try to remember which order these pieces of our tree go. And now you may see while I'm fluffing the tree, our tree is in fact pre-lit, but it doesn't work. It's like burnout. So I do string my own lights on my pre-lit tree because it was a free tree and I don't want to buy a new tree. I might buy a new tree that's pre-lit and all fancy and stuff like that, maybe when my kids are older, but my kids are rough on my stuff. I don't even put ornaments on the tree. That is my biggest takeaway as a parent for Christmas. You want your Christmas set up as a parent of littles to be enjoyable for you and enjoyable for your kids. It's not an enjoyable Christmas if you are constantly worried about them taking stuff off the tree, messing around with whatever it is. Ella broke 2 bulbs last year and I wasn't even putting them on the tree. They were just on the table. They were in a box that I was taking decor out of, and I wasn't even going to put them on the tree. So I cannot even imagine if I had put our normal ornaments on the tree, if how many would have been broken. So I was really happy with that decision. The first Christmas in this house was the first Christmas that the girls were really big enough to mess with the tree, and we used, like you see the baby gate that's right there in front of the cat tree, we used that baby gate and we gated off the tree. And we didn't have these shelves, so the tree was where like on that wall where the shelves are. But I didn't like it because it obstructed the tree. The kids really wanted to touch the tree. They wanted to be around it. Sure, I had all my ornaments on it, whatever. But I didn't really enjoy it because I was constantly worried about it. It didn't look good with the gate around it. And I was like, this is not how I want to enjoy my Christmas. So last year, I was pregnant and I thought to myself, I'm just putting a tree up and I'm just putting lights on it. And then we got gifted a few ornaments. So I did end up putting them on the tree just up really high where the kids couldn't reach them. And, whatever. It ended up being fun. But I definitely am an advocate of don't put any ornaments on your tree when you have littles. And We are planning to make some homemade ornaments this year, and we will put those on the tree. But I am not putting like my sentimental ornaments from when I was a kid on the tree to have my kids break them, because those are irreplaceable. You cannot buy 1995 Christmas ornaments anymore. So I'm like, nope, I'm not doing that. And then I get my kids an ornament every year that's relative to whatever they're going through. So like last year, Naomi got a school ornament, and I think that they both got bluey ornaments. So this year, Ella wanted a Minnie Mouse, so she got a Minnie Mouse skating one. And I think I'm going to do another bluey one for Naomi. And then Luke is going to get a My First Christmas ornament because it's his first Christmas. But that is one thing I do like to do. So there do end up being ornaments on the tree, just not like a full tree of ornaments. So anyways, that's just my tip for a parent. If you are trying to figure out how in the world am I going to put my tree up and not stress about my kids touching all the ornaments, just skip the ornaments. There will be so many years where you can put ornaments on your tree when your kids are old enough to understand. They can help you put them on there in a really bad way and make it look terrible. And then your husband will come and redo your ornaments while you're sleeping. And that's what Kevin used to do to me when it was just us. He would like go rearrange the ornaments after I went to bed because he didn't like the way I put them on there. But anyways, my point is, just do yourself a favor. Have some grace for yourself and don't worry about putting ornaments on your tree. Also, I need to come up with a better way to store these lights, because they are straight up like the meme of like the Christmas lights in a ball. But they did come out pretty simple. Now for this tree, I just used 2 regular strands, and the way I have it set up is my angel plugs into the top strand. So I leave the brick that the angel plugs into on the bottom of the top strand, so that when it gets all the way up there, all I have to do is plug the angel into its like power brick thingy. I don't know how else to explain that. Anyways, it just makes it easier. Oh, I turned the light on at this point because Luke woke up from his nap and he wanted to come over and see what was going on. And also, it just made more sense. But I also thought it was funny that I turned the light on in the room when I got to the point where there was going to be more light for filming, because I was going to have the Christmas lights on. But anyways, this was still a race against time, because even though Luke was awake, I'm like, listen, Mr. Man, I have got to finish these lights on this tree before your sister gets off the bus, because Ella was awake in her room. I could hear her talking and playing. And so I was like, all right, once the bus comes and Naomi's here, then I'll let Ella out of her room and all of that. And the girls had the sweetest reaction to seeing the tree for the first time. This is Luke's first time seeing the tree too, and he's just kind of like, what is this thing? Like, what is going on here? And it was so cute because he kept trying to follow me, and he ends up like getting stuck under the tree like multiple times. And he's like, this thing is really pokey and it's poking me in the head. But he's just a cutie. I thought about it afterwards, and I honestly probably really should have pulled the tree out further to string the lights, but whatever. I like to make things difficult for myself. I even have to go get my step stool to finish because I'm not tall enough to do all the way up to the top of the tree and put that angel on by myself. How are you guys feeling about the fact that we have just about 2 more weeks until December? Have you guys started your Christmas shopping yet? Have you started wrapping? Or well, if you're wrapping, you are like an overachiever way ahead of the game, and I don't know. I don't know if I can handle that. I am not anywhere near that way done with my shopping yet. I got Ella a purse for Christmas this year, and that's the only gift I think I've actually purchased. I have ideas for gifts that I want to get for the other kids and for Kevin and stuff like that, but I have not purchased them. I'm putting the angel on, but you can't see it. But I will show you in just a second once I get the angel on there. But how are you guys feeling about Christmas shopping? Are you guys like, I'm going to wait until the last week of November and go Christmas shopping on Black Friday? Or do you do your Christmas shopping throughout the year and then you just wait to wrap everything? How do you go about your Christmas shopping? Yeah, so there we go. That is the tree all done. There's my beautiful angel. My best friend's mom bought me that angel. I want to say maybe when I was pregnant with Ella, so almost 3 years ago now. And absolutely love that angel. The other thing I like to do as a parent for a stress-free Christmas is getting my kids their own tree to decorate. And this step 2 Christmas tree was the perfect score. I got this at a yard sale. I did not buy it brand new, and my mom had to get replacement ornaments for it because it didn't come with ornaments from the people we got it from, but I highly recommend this. But this is going to be the end of the video where I leave you guys here. I hope you guys have some holiday motivation and you are ready to decorate, undecorate, clean, whatever it is you got to do to prep for those holidays. I am so glad that you guys came along with me today. Don't forget that we are ramping up for December. We're ramping up for Vlogmas. So be sure to like and subscribe. Let me know what you guys were working on down in the comments down below. I hope you guys found everything you needed to find here today. And I am so glad that you came along with me. Mr. Buddy was checking out the tree for the first time, and he was super duper excited. He was like, "What? This is so cool." I can't wait. This is going to be such a fun Christmas and such a fun season. But I cannot wait to see you guys all very, very soon.